I'm Josh, and I wanna I wanna talk about my dad for a minute, right? Cause that's like one of my biggest heroes is my pops. I fucking love my dad, and that's like one of the persons I think I'll always look up to or aspire to be is if I can be a fourth of what the man my father is, I've done great. He's a amazing father. Not I mean amazing. Well, I mean amazing father. Like it's fucking sad. Uh, like this dude sacrifices every day of his life for me to a company that produces diaper materials that can cake up in the bottom of your lungs and give you cancer. Right? I'm not gonna say the company for legal reasons or any reasons. I don't because you have a family and you're using this certain diaper material from this certain company. It's a very absorbent material, but uh, he'll I'll talk to him, right? Or I remember a conversation we had months ago saying I remember saying I won't always be around forever, Colin, and that sunk deep to me because he said that with like such genuine honesty. He's like, I will never always be around, and that sunk deep, like more than I think I could ever understand. Because this is the person I've known for almost my entire life, and him saying the words, I'll not always be around." Man, that like, it stung deep. Because I remember this man with no gray in his beard, right? Not a single bit of gray. Talking in his early 20s. And then, well, not early 20s, but like mid 20s, right? Early 20s, mid 20s, right? He's 42 now. He's 42. And I've known him all my life. Practically all my life I've known this man. And seeing the gray starting to show in his beard or showing like signs of aging, right? Makes me afraid because like what about in another 19 years? Will he still be around? Will he still be there? Like that always like scares the shit out of me because I don't want to lose him. That's my fucking dad. Like I like if he like he's working for a place that literally fucks up his lungs. It like his lungs are fucked in the grand scheme of things. If I had to give a description, like dude smoked since he was my age, if not younger. Never quit, and then to know that I'm gonna end up probably seeing him on his deathbed one day is gonna it already crushes my fucking heart. Like it's so fucked to know I'm gonna have to see him die one day or see him in a casket. It's gonna sink a little too deep. That that's a knife wound I don't want to think about. And that's so fucked up to think that. But that's the person I love right there. That's my fucking family. I love my dad, but to know that I'm gonna lose him one day is it's gonna it cuts deep to know I'm gonna lose him one day. And I know it's what everyone thinks at some point in their life, right? I'm thinking about it earlier because it was me noticing that he's not gonna be around forever. And I know I'm like not young enough to understand that, right? But I've never really lost a family member that close. Like I've lost a family member, yes, all right. I've lost family members in my life at some point, but I've never like accepted that he's gonna be gone. I'm talking if I had an issue in my life, like if I always had school problems and if he didn't know the solution right, I'd still ask him what I should do with it. And he's like, you should reach out to someone you know who can do it. I know he can't do the problems that I had in like my math classes or science or anything like that. He's a history buff. If I knew anything about history struggles, luckily that's the one of the things I'm good at is history. I'm good at history. But I know a lot about history because I learned it from him. Learned it, learned. It's not a fucking word, but like all the shit I've learned about history is most of the shit I've learned from him. Like I'm talking most of the shit I've learned is from him. All the history facts he's told me, shit like that. But I don't want to lose my dad. It's fucked to think that to know one day I'm gonna lose my dad. I don't want to lose him. I don't know what to do if I'd ever lose him. Honestly, I think that'd be the day I ended. Actually, but that's just all I want to say for now. And show your parents some love. Even if you're like not in contact with them, right? I'm the person that aspires you the most, right? Like, like if you're your stepdad, your stepmom, if like a parent in your life that you love, if you don't love your parent, then I'm sorry, but if you have a parent or an inspirational, like a parenthood figure, right? Show them love, because that'll make their day more than you could ever imagine. Because I don't show my dad enough love for what he does. I don't show him enough love or give him enough credit. I'm not the best son either, but I'm I want to be better. Honestly, I do want to do better, but yeah, show your parents some love, please. Show hug hug your parentalhood figure, brother. Even if your brother's been in your life for the more traumatic shit, show him some love. If your sister was the same, show them some love. Everyone needs love. They could be going through some shit right now and they'll never tell you, right? Because sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes uh, your family doesn't want to put you through a struggle, right? Because that's how my mom was. She never told me about like any of the struggles she had or like until like recently, because like I've grown up enough to where like I've done drugs, right? Not like heavy hardcore shit, but like I know for she'll be like blatantly honest with me, and she's like, I've done a bunch of drugs with Josh, which is the person I'm named after. I'm named after her friend Josh that died in an OD, I think, or car. I don't remember. She told me about this dude when I was like fucking 7, right? Yeah, very, very, very brutal. Like I was like 17, right? 16, 17, and I was like, why am I named Joshua? And she's like, you're named after my close friend. I used to smoke weed with. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I'm not saying I aspire to be like that dude. I've never even fucking known him, but she said, uh, I'm glad I chose that name. She even she would comment. I remember her commenting on my hair, saying it even looked like his because of it being long and wavy like his. It was, I don't know. I feel like my middle name doesn't fit me anymore than I used to think. Like when I think of myself, I don't fit the way I think I look. I mean, I look a fucking cornball, but I don't know. That's what I say. I love my dad. That's all I want to say for now.